Welcome to CCN's Commencement Edition. My name is Taylor Kilpatrick.
Welcome back, Tigers. My name is Michaela Stone, and this edition was all about sophomores.
The whole news crew went around talking to students, staff, and faculty about the good times, the future, and everything in between.
I would give the following advice to graduating sophomores. As a librarian, this is probably not going to be shocking, but I would say the first thing you need to do is to find your library and see what they have to offer. And don't think that just what you see at face value is all that's there. Try to find the neat little places to study, the individual resources that they have, and even find out about online resources that can help you out.
I would say my biggest piece of advice for graduating sophomores is just continue to learn, find a passion, find what you're passionate about, and keep striving to be the best that you can be at that. If you want to be whatever you choose to be in life, just be the best at it. The one that stood out the most was like when Adrian and Amos held hands and crossed the line together at Missouri Southern Stampede, and it's kind of an iconic photo finished together, and it was really cool. Finished 1-2.
It was very family, home-ish, if that's a word. It's small, so it makes you feel like you just kind of know everybody, and it's very welcoming.
I'd say probably my most memorable moment here at Cali was when we went to nationals last year, the tennis team. We had 3 different individual national champions, and that just was a crazy experience, crazy to be a part of, and just being a part of that family that has gotten better this year. Hopefully there's an even better memory in store here in about a month's time, and that memory is us celebrating a national championship for the whole team.
Biggest lesson I've learned, I've calmed down with it a lot and wanted to actually go with what I'm supposed to do instead of overwork myself a little. I hope to have my business degree to own and operate my own business.
Biggest lesson I ever learned here, use your resources. That is the biggest lesson you will ever learn here. You need to use every single one of your resources, bro. Because most times they're like, oh, you don't get help in college and stuff like that, but you do. You have to find it. You have to find the help. Impact, they helped me so much. I would not be here right now if it wasn't for Impact. It's crazy. But my favorite moment by far has to probably be the Cup Pong tournament, because I did not think I was gonna get as far as I did. I got second place, bro. I was sweating. It was the most hype ever. Everyone was cheering and everything, bro. It was crazy. Made it second place. Didn't win first though, but hey. But honestly, my time in Cali has been really good. I loved it so far.
For graduating sophomores, don't stop. Keep going. It's worth it. Back in the 80s or 90s, there was a graduation speech called Always Wear Sunscreen. So look that up, listen to that, and just remember that you've got a bright future ahead of you, so don't forget your sunscreen.
My advice is to study, 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 because at this time of year, all they're thinking about is getting out of class, taking the final, and not studying. So that is the biggest thing, study.
So my advice for graduating sophomores, stay away from student loans. Find a way that you can pay for college.
The only advice I have is just to always try to find the joy. Find the joy. And sometimes it's going to be really hard, and some days you're not going to know where it is, and it's going to be hard to find it. But I would just challenge you to always try to find the joy.
My biggest lesson at Cali was that you need to not let other people's words affect you.
I'm transferring over to Oklahoma State for sports media, and I'm hoping to work for their live stream team, which is called Orange Power Studios. But after that, I think I'm just going to let the wind take me in whatever direction, either if that's working in Kansas or in Oklahoma for their broadcasting team.
I have a lot of them since I've been here for 4 years, but all the bus rides that we've taken to and from away games, and then this year definitely getting to play with my sister, because a lot of people don't get to say, hey, I played college with my sister. So I think that's pretty cool. I think it's changed me for the better, not just as a person, but also as an athlete.
I am from a big city, and I didn't know that I would love such a great community and find great people along my path. And Cali has taught me a lot from education and personality and how to deal with others and believe.
I'm going into the workplace through the training that I've gotten through Cali. I'm able to transition right into the workforce with no need to go to a
The
four-year.
most memorable moment is all the fun events they had at the beginning of the year. So like the water slides, the barbecues, stuff like that. If I could come back here again for a four-year school, I would.
My most memorable moment at Cowley was the first time that we won conference champions. It was in my first year at Cowley as a freshman. Cowley changed every aspect of my life, but the most important aspect it was that I'm most independent person now, because all the time I'm here for myself. I have to make my own decision every day.
I think my most memorable moment at Cali was my Denver trip with Phi Theta Kappa for Catalyst. I think Cali changed me a lot because it made me grow a lot as a person, especially like being involved with soccer and with Phi Theta Kappa and like so many clubs around here that are great, and the faculty and staff, classes. I think it really made me grow as a person and made me more responsible.
I think something that Cali taught me, in terms of like personal experience, no matter how a thing goes, just keep going, I believe as soon as the injury happened, I kind of lost that, that feeling of hope because, I didn't know how things would have been. Hope and belief is something that I learned here at Cowley,
I think Cali changed me because I got like a really broad perspective on like different cultures. Being a part of, especially an athletic team, like there's people from all over the world that are able to come here and compete at a higher level, and so I just got like a really awesome experience.
The biggest lesson I learned at Cali is that people are going to change, and you can't really control your life. Like you can, but a lot of things happen and you have no control over it, and just to go with the flow, and that things happen for a reason and they work out in the end.
My most memorable moment would probably be, so one day I just randomly met these people and I was like, okay, I really want Eskimo Joe's and they've never been, so we all went to Eskimo Joe's and just had a really good time, and now they're some of my best friends, so that's probably one of my top tier moments at Cali.
My biggest lesson that I've learned at Cowley probably kind of relates to my last answer, but like being me, like figuring out who I am, what I want to do, not what everyone thinks I should do, but really just who's Raven, who should I be, and what do I want to be.
I think the biggest lesson is you can't always rely on others. You have to rely on yourself and always have a backup plan.
I believe that my most memorable moment in Cali was the soccer final in Wichita. So we were playing against Butler and we lost at the PK. And the story finished pretty bad because we didn't make it for the national, but it was like an amazing moment to see like all my team fighting for each other, and I think it's my best moment in Cali.
I would describe my time here at Cali as wild, crazy, fun, unexpected, and surreal.
Cali changed me in personal growth because I learned how to be on my own a little bit more. I think coming here as a freshman, I depended on my mom and dad still. I was still calling them every single second. I was still asking for a lot of stuff. But as soon as I actually got into Cali, I got into certain groups. I even got into sports for a little bit. It really just separated, like, this is my growing time right now. And it really made me see that, your parents are always going to be there for you, but they don't need to hold your hand for every step of the way. And that's one way Cali has really helped me grow.
I've had so many different relationships and so many different people that have had my back, and people that I would have never met otherwise. And Cowley has really just opened up some really good opportunities, and personal growth and leadership and being able to express who I am as a person.
I would describe my time at Cali as overall very enjoyable. There have been some moments of struggle, but it's been overall a really nice experience, and I would do it again.
Oh, I have a few that have been around here for a long time that have treated Cali like it's a 4-year university. So I joke with them that they've got to get going. And then I think just in general, just having fun with them, getting to know them, and there's lots of different things that we joke and laugh about. They get to know my personality. I love to be sarcastic and joke with people, and so they like that, and then they give that back to me. So those sorts of things are fun. My guess is if you're graduating, you've been successful, so continue what you're doing. Continue those same habits. Don't try to change things.
First of all, they're prepared. We have prepared them at Cali, and so they should just continue on and graduate. And if they need any help, be sure to call us, and we'll keep encouraging them to get through it.
Yeah, the biggest lesson I've learned is enjoying the small things in life, because you get so busy with classes or sports, if you have sports and all that good stuff. So if you just take a moment to appreciate even the small things, it's it makes it so much more.
Learned to go out and meet people, make new connections, make new friends, talk to different people.
Advice for outgoing sophomores, I would say whenever you go to your university, if you plan on going to continue your education, to always remember to do what you love. Don't just have a degree or go into a degree that you think will just make you money, because at the end of the day, if that doesn't make you happy, then there's no guarantee you'll make money anyway. So, really think about what makes you happy, how are you going to live the rest of your life, and how are you going to be a complete person, and how are you going to be able to grow, and what skills is school giving you to be that complete, person that can grow throughout the rest of their life.
My favorite advice to outgoing sophomores would just be to remember to be themselves. I think that so many people get geared in on what everyone else wants them to be.
So I would say enjoy that moment, enjoy that day, that time with your friends, the time that you get to spend with your family that day, and because it's really the beginning. It's not the end of something. It's the beginning of something. Hopefully, most sophomores are going to transfer out and go on to another 4-year institution. Some are going to enter the workforce, and so it's really the beginning of a new start for them. Once they complete commencement here at Cali. And so we're excited for them. We really want them to have a great day of celebration.
So advice that I have for sophomores is to always say yes to things, even if you don't think it's something you can do, because you will just give yourself an opportunity to experience and grow. And sometimes through difficult tasks, that's when we become our best selves. And if you always just stay on the safe road, you don't get to experience life. So my advice is to definitely take chances, say yes as many times as you can, and experience everything.
Our sophomores were the group of students who came in right after the pandemic, right? This situation where everybody is masked, and we're trying to stay away from each other, we're trying to social distance, and it was just such kind of a stressful time, and and everything just felt really awkward. But my sophomore were so amazing, because I just clearly remember that fall after we'd all been out, that they just came in and they were willing to make things work, and they just worked so hard, and it just had this wonderful cooperative spirit. And I have to shout out to my language students who went through that entire year in masks, and learning a language with your bottom half of your face covered is so challenging.
Cali really made me mature. Playing with these guys really helped me mature in life.
Another university.
I'm going to the University of Oklahoma next year to continue my athletic and baseball career.
Cali changed me probably in quite a few ways, because when I first came here, I was still very high schooly and not sure what I was wanting to do with my life. And then now that I've been here for the past couple of years, I know what it's like to live on my own and be more grown up, I guess. How would I describe my time at Cali? It would probably be best
I had a good time. It was fun. I met tons of people. I attended a lot of school events. Definitely being a part of a team was the best thing possible for me, and I would say that's what anyone should do because you're going to get out there more and you're going to meet new people and more people and get to experience a lot more culture.
So, my most memorable moment at Cowley, it was for sure my first game. It wasn't even like real game, it was a scrimmage. But I saw like the whole like atmosphere, cheerleaders and everything. And it was like in the movies, like, you know, American Dream. And yeah, I think it was this. So the biggest lesson I learned in Cowley is like independence, because I am so far away from my family. But everyone is so helpful, and yeah.
My most memorable moment at Cali probably has to be my first track meet. From here, I will be transferring to Wichita State and majoring in biology.
The most memorable moment for me would be the home game against Hutch when they came here. I say that because that was probably like the biggest crowd we got out here. I don't know if they were cheering for us or the other team, but it was still fun to play in that type of environment. Biggest lesson for me was just to do things. Don't think about it too much. Just do it with faith. Go into it with confidence. Get it done.
My time at Cowley was very rocky. COVID was a big thing, so we had to wear masks, and it wasn't very easy to connect with people. But this year, it was completely different. I got out of my comfort zone and I made friends. I don't want to leave.
My most memorable moment at Cowley has definitely been competing at regionals and nationals with the cheer and dance team. Those have been some of the most exciting and fun moments that I've had so far. Cowley has changed me by giving me a space and resources to really kind of discover who I am and who I want to be. My time at Cali has definitely flown by. I feel like I was just a freshman walking into Central Dorm, and here I am about to graduate.
My most memorable moments at Cali are probably the school dances because they're so fun and like everyone breaks out of their shell and it's like you don't recognize anyone because it's so fun. Cali changed me by teaching me how to become more independent, and I didn't really think I was a social person, but coming here made me. The biggest lesson I've learned at Cali is to do not procrastinate on your homework. I do my homework, but I always wait, and then it's really stressful.
Try to do what you like, something that you are working every day, but you don't feel like working. Something that you could do for free. I could come here to practice with the boys and the girls for free, So I think that will be my advice. Do something that you really are passionate about and that you really like doing.
I would say enjoy it. Wherever you go, enjoy that place the same way you enjoy a Cowley. And if you didn't enjoy a Cowley, make sure you make it up wherever place you go.
My most memorable moment at Cali was probably the back to school bash this past year, my sophomore year. I felt like everybody on campus was there and it was a super fun time. It really taught me teamwork and just friendship, working together with everyone for the end goal.
My most memorable moment at Cali was just meeting my best friends. I've never had a group of friends this close before, and it was a lot of fun to just live with each other and always be able to be around each other. Cali changed me. It shaped me to be a better person, and it taught me some lessons that I needed to learn to sort of grow up and get out of the high school mentality.
My most memorable moment at Cali was going to the national tournament with my teammates, because that was one moment that we probably won't get again, and we won't get that together. So it was very special to me and my teammates because we feel like we worked for that. So that's one thing that I always remember. My biggest lesson I learned at Cali was learn to trust people more. My plans for next year, everyone's just gonna have to find out.
The biggest lesson I learned at Cali was to be more disciplined. And that's with everything I did, with my classwork, my self-love, and on the track. My time at Cali was lovely. Some of the people I've met here is like the best people I've met. So I would describe my time here as very memorable.
It's been fun. I've met a lot of new people. I've made friends and stuff, so it's been fun in that sense, but I'm ready for a new adventure now.
Was enjoy
the meaningful moments you live. Fun. I had a lot of fun. I met people that I'm gonna care a lot about them my whole life. I would call them my closest friends.
I think I'm more mature now. I think I'm more independent, and I had nice experiences here. I had fun moments here. I think I met new people, new friends that they're gonna be my friends for the rest of my life.
You push harder, because every time when I work hard, nothing affects. My friend made this time at Cowley so great.
Cowley helps me a lot to grow up in a lot of things, also to get more discipline, compromise, and also to work in a group and not just for me. I will describe my time at Cowley like a really good experience in my life.
Cowley changed me by, I would say, making me more mature, because I had like a high school mindset, but then I started to like meet people that was more diverse, so it kind of made me grow in a sense.
Cali changed me because I got to experience many cultures outside of my region, because I am from the Bahamas, so I learned a lot from other regions. My biggest lesson I learned at Cali was not to ever stray away from what's important. And I came as a student athlete. I drifted away from being a student first, and I learned a lot from that. So yeah, that's my biggest lesson.
My most memorable moment at Cali was joining the Voices Heard group. The group made me speak my truth and also help the college out in noticing problems in the school and fixing them. It changed me to be a better person and how to communicate with people more.
What a lovely group of students, don't you think, Taylor?
Yeah, Michaela, I agree. The sophomores, they just instilled leadership in us, and they were a great example all year.
We're going to miss every single one of you guys and wish you luck on the journey.
Yeah, we just want to give a special shout out to all of our viewers and anyone who's tuned in all year. We'll see you guys next year. Go Tigers!
If I could come back here again for a 4-year school, I would.
Always try to find the joy.
I will never forget this place, that's for sure.
I'd say probably my most memorable moment here at Cali was when we went to nationals last year, the tennis team. We had 3 different individual national champions, and that just was a crazy experience, crazy to be a part of, and just like being a part of that family that has gotten better this year. Hopefully there's an even better match. I'd say probably my most memorable moment here at Cali was when we went to nationals last year, the tennis team. We had 3 different individual national champions, and that just was a crazy experience, crazy to be a part of, and just like being a part of that family that has gotten better this year. Hopefully there's an even better match. I'd say probably my most memorable moment here at Cali was when we went to nationals last year, the tennis team. We had 3 different individual national champions, and that just was a crazy experience, crazy to be a part of, and just like being a part of that family that has gotten better this year. Hopefully there's an even better memory in store here in about a month's time, and that memory is us celebrating a national championship for the whole team.
Biggest lesson I've learned? Okay, it's gonna sound really odd, but I'm actually most of the time very uptight when it comes to school. I mean, if you haven't noticed by me being ahead all the time.
Right.
But I've actually calmed down with that a lot, which is very odd because I'm still very ahead, but still, I mean, I'm not like I used to be, where I could actually get a whole week's worth of work done in about 2 hours. So I've calmed down with it a lot and wanted to actually go with what I'm supposed to do instead of like overwork myself a little.
I got that. So how would you describe your time at Cali? What up?
Let me know if you need it.
Hold on one second. So how would you describe your time at Cali? Like, what would you say in one word?
It's been pretty fun. Pretty, my brain's not here today.
No, it's okay.
It's been pretty, like, god damn it, what's the word I'm looking for? It's been pretty interesting.
All right, and the last one, what now? So, like, when you graduate, what do you hope to do?
Well, I hope to have my business degree to own and operate my own business. But I'm pretty sure I'll already be partnered with the business I'm working with right now. But it would just make it where I have the degree under my belt to make it a little easier for both of us, because he doesn't have a business degree.
Right.
So that would work out.
Nice. And that is
biggest lesson I ever learned here: use your resources. Like, that is the biggest lesson you will ever learn here. You need to use every single one of your resources, bro. Like, because you know, most times they're like, oh, you don't get help in college and stuff like that, but you do. You have to find it. You have to find the help. Like Impact, they helped me so much. Like, I would not be here right now if it wasn't for Impact. It's crazy.
Fuck yeah, I love that answer. All right, most memorable moment at Cowley.
Most memorable moment.
Yeah, and I'm gonna ask it again, and then you can repeat. But with this, you can be like, you can just say like some shit that you like. Oh, me and my homies went to this party one time. Like at Cali, you can say that. But yeah, what's your most memorable while you've been here?
Memorable moment while I'm here. Honestly, it's probably the intramurals, like playing pool and stuff like that. But my favorite moment by far has to probably be the cup pong tournament, because I did not think I was gonna like get as far as I did. I got second place, bro. I was sweating. It was the most hype ever. Like, everyone was cheering and everything, bro. It was crazy. Made it second place. Didn't win first though, but hey,
hell yeah,
that was worth it.
Hell yeah, man. Okay, so that was. Okay, so this is a good ass question. How would you describe your time at Cali?
My time at Cali? It's been good. It's been good, you know. I thought college was gonna be bad, like, you know, like I was like, oh man, dude, school again, bro. Like, it's gonna be the same thing, dude. Like, I have no one to talk to. Like, I don't know nothing. But like, honestly, my time at Cali has been really good. I loved it so far. Can't wait to move on though. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. So right there, just saying, that's my last question. What the fuck is next?
What's next? Your boy's going to WSU. You know, like, this is a community college. You know, you can do the years you want to, but nah, I gotta go to my 4-year institute. You know what I'm saying? I'll probably get some debt, but hey, I gotta do it. So I'm going to WSU after this. You know, so to pursue my career.
My most memorable moment at Cowley so far has definitely been being able to be a part of the Student Senate and just being able to help my peers and be at all the events, and just really love to express my personality and be able to just really be involved.